Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to live story time. My name is Miss Mary, and I am so excited to be sharing some stories with you today. As always, I like to wait just a little bit to wait for some people to arrive. Um, I hope everybody is having a great week and a great summer so far. Um, it's kind of muggy and yucky out, very humid, but that's okay. Um, we had a lot of rain recently, and so a little bit of everything happens in the summer, right? We get some really nice, just warm, breezy days with sun, then we get some rainy days, and then we get some just muggy days like what we have today. Um, if you have arrived, please say hello in the comments so I can give you a shout out. Just a couple of quick reminders about shout outs. That there is a bit of a lag, a delay with comments. So if I don't see your comment right away, it's just because there is that little bit of a lag. So I'm not ignoring you, I promise. I just haven't seen your comment yet. Also, if I am in the middle of a story, I just wait until I'm finished with that story before I give a shout out, just so that I don't interrupt the story. And I already have a comment. Hi, Miss Mary from Sammy. Hi, Sammy. Hi, Margie. And a comment from Pat. Hi, Pat. Welcome. Welcome to Storytime. Thanks for tuning in. You might be wondering why I am wearing a sweater on such a warm summer day. It is freezing in this building. So I am in a sweater. I have one at my desk just in case I need it. So that is why I'm in a sweater in mid-July. Again, I found some great books this week that they're all new books. Three of them are from our collection and one is from another library. And I just really enjoyed all of these stories, so I hope you do too. Let's get started with our first one today. This is called Rectangle Time by Pamela Paul. Rectangle Time. Fun fact about this story, it is written from the point of view of this little boy's pet cat. Does anybody have a pet cat? Let me know. Oh, good, it's time. They're bringing out the rectangle. Can you see what the rectangle is? The rectangle is a book. I know just what they need. A soft, fluffy, non-rectangular shape to offset those sharp corners and round out the company. You can always count on me for rectangle time. Be there in a jiff. Boy, man, rectangle, and me. All the necessary pieces are in place. Here's what I've discovered. Rectangle time usually takes place at night, though sometimes they break out the rectangle during the day, too. The man does a lot of talking, but it's a low-key activity overall. Just the right setting for a furry nuzzle. Watch carefully. See how the man and the boy hold that rectangle together? That means they each have one hand free for me. You can tell how much they need me. How cute. Sometimes I scratch and itch on the corner of the rectangle. This is how I help the rectangle feel useful too. Other times I rub my signature scent on the rectangle's edges. This is a form of generosity on my part. We all share in our own ways. Great, it's that time of day again. Hello, rectangle. Wait a second, this is new. The boy and the man are taking turns holding the rectangle now. That's okay. I'll let whoever's not holding it stroke my belly. Some cats get prickly about the belly rub, but not me. The boy and the man are taking turns talking too. It's nice to have two voices in the mix, but three would be even better. You know, background music. Purr, purr. Rectangle time. Something has seriously shifted. What happened to the man? Why is the boy holding the rectangle all by himself? I better go in. Look at that poor little guy. He's just staring at the rectangle. Alone. Quiet. Too quiet. Clearly, he needs me now more than ever. Meow! That should break up the silence. It feels so good to be helpful. Phew! He still knows what to do with my chin area. I got worried. Yes, that's the spot right there. A bit more to the left, please. To the left. Yow! Oh no, the little boy pushed him away. No big deal. It wasn't on purpose. I get it. That rectangle is awfully small. You see it? No wonder he has to stare at it so hard. What's happening in this story? What do you notice about the rectangles that the little boy is reading? I must be outside his field of vision. I'll just let him know I'm ready. We all need reminders sometimes. Wait, what? He pushed the cat away again. I'm going to assume that was an accident. Ahoy! There's that undersized rectangle again. I'll make things right this time. Sorry to keep you waiting. Sweet, fluffy, and very much cuddly object at your service. He seems seriously distracted. I'll move a little closer since it's just the two of us these days. I will enhance your rectangle. I wonder how he's going to do that. Oh boy. There we go. I don't know if the little boy's gonna like that. Now, that was not an accident. Oh man, little boy pushed that cat right off the book. I must be positioning myself wrong. Maybe softly shaped, fluffy objects don't belong on top of rectangles after all. Maybe they belong on top of other irregularly shaped, fluffy objects. There. That's better. We can still call it rectangle time. Okay, so I loved this story. What a cool perspective. The point of view, the story is being told by the cat, this little boy's pet cat, and he thinks that books are rectangles. That's the shape he sees, so he thinks it's rectangle time. But rectangle time changes as the little boy gets older. First, we see the dad reading with the boy, right? Reading to the boy. Then we see the dad and the boy sharing the story. Then we see the boy reading on his own, like an easy chapter book. And then the rectangle gets smaller but thicker, and the boy is reading all by himself. But the cat still wants to participate in rectangle time. So I just thought, what a cool way to describe growing up a little bit and learning how to read harder books. I just thought, really neat story. So, hope you liked it. Sammy does have a pet cat. Her name is Luna, and she's almost 2 years old. Love it. What a great name for a cat. Hi from Desmond. Hi, Desmond. Hi, Jillian. We have a pet cat named Rory. He's a tuxedo cat. Awesome. Do your cats like to get involved when you're reading a story? Maybe curl up next to you or anything like that? Some cats love that. Some cats like being off on their own. They're very different personalities, depending on the cat. Okay, my next story today, I thought this was really beautiful and, an important thing to ask. This little boy asks his mom, is it a little boy? I forget. Hold on one second. Yes. Little boy asks his mom, why do we cry? Why do we cry? So that is the name of this story. It's called Why Do We Cry by Fran Pintadera. Mario had been quiet all morning. His mother sat patiently beside him. Finally, in a small, near whisper, the little boy asked, Mom, why do we cry? She thought about it for a moment and then answered, We cry for a lot of reasons, Mario. Sometimes we cry because the sadness we feel is so great that we just can't contain it. Other times we cry because we're full of anger and we need to let it out like a storm cloud releases rain. After that, we become much lighter, just like the cloud. We cry because sometimes we don't understand the world, and our tears go in search of the answers we need. What a great way to say that, right? Some days we cry because we call out for a hug, but all we get back is an echo. We cry because it helps us grow. Every little tear nourishes us little by little. If we didn't cry, we'd turn to stone. Sometimes people cry because shouting for hours doesn't help. Others because they try to keep everything under lock and key, but their tears find a way to escape. We cry because pain hurts. Sometimes it's on the outside, sometimes it's on the inside, deep, deep down. Tears are the best medicine. Often we cry when we run into a wall. When that happens, we don't cry because we're hurt, but because the wall seems impossible to climb. We cry because we're an immense sea caught in a storm, but once the storm passes and the sea grows calm, the waves leave patterns on the shore. Sometimes we cry because we can't find the right words. Lucky for us, tears speak an infinite language. But more than anything, sweetheart, we cry because we feel like crying. Sometimes that's the most important reason. Mario hugged his mother tightly and kissed her on the nose like he did when he was a baby. Thanks, Mom. I feel much better. But why are you crying? Because, my love, we can always also cry when we're happy. And that's true. That's such a good thing to remember, right? That there are lots of reasons that we might cry, but we can also cry when we're happy. I love that. Okay. So again, if you are tuning in, please say hello in the chat and I will give you a shout out. I hope everyone is enjoying their summer so far, and I certainly hope that you are participating in our summer reading club here at the library. We are having a great time seeing our patrons again. So many people are coming in, and people that we haven't seen in a long time because of COVID, the big sick. One of my good friends, Sadie, used to call it. We haven't seen a lot of these patrons in a long time, so it's so great to be seeing them again. And I work with the very little children. I work mostly with the babies and the toddlers and preschool age children. So some of these children have been coming in and they got so much taller and they got so much bigger and more mature. And it's amazing how much can change when you're little in this amount of time. It has been a long time, but so much has changed. Their faces have changed. Some of them who weren't talking before are chatting away. It's wild. So it's just so good to be seeing everyone again. And if you haven't made it back into the library, we would absolutely love to see you. So pop on in and say hello. All right. My next story for today is a little bit longer. It's not super long, but it's just more words on the page. So I just really loved the cover, which is the first thing you notice about a book. So when people say don't judge a book by its cover, yes and no. The cover is the first thing you notice. So if it's a cool cover, you're going to pick it up. So I picked this one up because I liked the cover, I liked the title, and it turns out that the story was pretty awesome too. So this is called Super Luminous by Ian DeHaze. Super luminous. Luminous, I should say, means like light, full of light. So I wonder what super luminous means. Let's find out. Naur was born luminous. She glows. She sparkles, as though a little sun was shining right inside of her. Naur loves her glowing light. It makes her feel special, even extraordinary. She spends her days exploring the darkest, dreariest corners of the house. Her favorite spot is the attic, where she faces down all the monsters and ghosts that hide there. See, she's lighting up the dark attic because she's super luminous. She loves looking at the stars. Naur sometimes feels like she is one of them, twinkling, sparkling, but a little bit lost in such a big universe. I understand, Naur. I understand. When there are lots of people around, Naur feels uncomfortable. She's not sure what's expected of her. Naur prefers to be alone. She loves to read stories in bed, cozy and warm, especially stories about superheroes. I can relate to Naur. I do well with small groups of friends, but big groups of people, not my favorite. And I love to read stories all cozy. So I get it, Naur. I get it. Today is Naur's first day of school. She picks out her best clothes. Even if she's a bit scared, Naur's excited to meet all the other kids and to show them her beautiful glowing light. She's certain they will be impressed. And sure enough, as soon as she gets to school, she is the center of attention. How do you do that? Eunice asks. I don't know, I was just born this way, Naur explains. It's kind of a superpower. Have you ever saved anyone? Like a real superhero? Chloe asks. Real superheroes have cool outfits, says Benjamin, who seems to know about these things. Where's yours? Can you turn down your light? Lucy asks. It's hurting my eyes. Glowing is not a real superpower, Leah decides. Real superheroes can fly or pass through walls or are really strong like me. Glowing? That's no big deal. Naur tells herself that Leah is just jealous, but wonders if she's also just a little bit right. It's true, Naur thinks. I'm not that special. I'm not super strong. I'm not super fast. I'm not super funny. All I know how to do is shine like an old light bulb. If only I had real superpowers. Poor Naur. Heading home after school, Naur doesn't feel very well. It feels like everyone is watching her. Nobody sees anything special about me, she thinks to herself, even with my light. Nour doesn't want to shine bright anymore. She wishes she were invisible. For the rest of the week, Nour wears thick, heavy clothes that don't let her light through. She even covers her hands with gloves and her head with a hat. She doesn't want anyone looking at her. She doesn't want anyone talking about her. She doesn't want anyone to even notice her. She makes herself so unremarkable that people forget about her glow. And now she's completely invisible. I'm quite certain that's not the right answer, right? One night, Nour notices that her light is almost out. All that's left is a tiny flame somewhere deep inside her. It's very hard to see. Oh well, Nour thinks this light wasn't any good anyway. But at the same time, it feels strange. Nour has never been afraid of the dark, but now the night surrounding her feels so big. And she tries to fall asleep, but Nour hears crying in the bedroom next door. Her little sister. She cries louder and louder, as loud as a dragon, Nour thinks. She knows it's because her sister is afraid of the dark, too. Nour gets up and tiptoes softly into her sister's room. Nour's glow is not very bright, but she can still use it to see in the dark, like a nightlight. It's enough that when her sister notices it, she calms down. Nour climbs into her sister's crib and hugs her close. If she could give her light to her sister to keep her from being scared, Nour would. The two sisters fall asleep, snuggled together, calm and quiet. Look at that. The light is getting brighter again. The next morning, Nour's parents are dazzled to find their two daughters together in the crib. Nour rubs her sleepy eyes and realizes that her light hasn't gone away. It's grown. And her sister is glowing too. Nour is so happy. She understands now that she can share her light. It's no longer something she has to carry on her own. She doesn't want to hide it anymore. She wants to light up all the little sisters and brothers in the world so that no one is ever scared again. Maybe she is a superhero after all. Nour gives her mom and dad a hug, and they start to glow too. Nour leaves for school brighter than ever. She realizes that just by looking people in the eye and smiling as she passes them, she can share her superpower. She really is super luminous. So I just thought, what a beautiful story. And I think, deep down, that's what that story means is that we all have a little light inside of us. We should let it shine brightly. And when we shine that light brightly around other people, they start to glow too. So I just thought that was such a beautiful story. My last story for the day isn't very long, pretty quick read. At the beginning of the story time when we were just chatting and I was waiting for people to tune in, I was talking about all the different kinds of weather we get, right? In the summer, sometimes it's a beautiful, sunny, breezy day. I love those days. Sometimes it's rainy and thundery and lightning and cloudy. Some days it's just like today. It's kind of muggy and humid and it feels like soup outside. So this book, I think, is perfect for that little chat we had at the beginning because it's called More Than Sunny by Shelley Johannes, and it shows us that there's more ways to have fun than just in sunny weather, right? So let's read this quick one. Hope you like it. Knock, knock. Who could it be? It's Sunny. Ugh. And early. Or it's sunny and birdy. It's sunny and mucky. I say it's sunny and ducky. Knock, knock, it's sunny again. Ugh, sunny and hot. Is that all you've got? It's muggy and buggy, breezy and buzzy, summer and fuzzy. It's blue and wishy, cloudy and fishy. It's stormy and stuck inside, right? But maybe we're in luck. All you have to do is grab an umbrella, put on your rain boots and your rain jacket, right? It's rainy and wormy. Hello, squirmy. See, they found out how to have fun in the rain. It's foggy and froggy. Now soggy and doggy. Hear that? It's windy and squirrely. Look, the season changed, right? It's fall now. Is it almost snowy and swirly? No, it's still early. It's gray and goodbye. The birds are leaving, right? Winter and weighty. What's happening? It's snowing. Can we? But I'm warm and socksy. Let's be snowy and foxy. Shh, it's snowy and doughy. It's snowy and daddy. Are you ready and sleddy? Well, it's late and shovelly. Or it's late and lovely. Chilly? Sleepy? It's bedtime and sheepy. Knock, knock. Who could it be? And so those two knew how to have fun no matter what the weather was outside. So you can have fun even when it's not sunny out. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to Storytime this week. I hope you enjoyed my stories. And just a quick heads up that I am not going to be doing a live Storytime next week. I am off next week from the library, so I will be back the week after. So 2 Wednesdays from now, okay? We skip next week, and then I'm back the next week after that for more stories. So don't be nervous if you don't see a live story time pop up next week. It's all good. Taking a little break next week, and I will be back in 2 weeks with more stories to share with you. Bye, everyone. See you soon.